Good evening and welcome to FSU weather. Right now we have a beautiful view over Doak Campbell as our sun is starting to set. Got some clouds in the sky, but still a really nice view tonight. Currently we're sitting at 70 degrees with mostly cloudy skies and some slight breezes coming from the south. Up in Georgia, we've got some rain through all of northern Georgia, Alabama, but not quite reaching down into Tallahassee, only getting some clouds down here. And that's going to continue through tonight with 57 degrees and partly cloudy conditions through the evening. Tomorrow, though, we're going to be jumping up to 78 degrees, going to have a nice day tomorrow with sunny conditions. And later on in the show tonight, we're going to have 80s in the 850. We're going to be seeing 80-degree temperatures later on in the week. Some foggy nights to come as well, and all of this and more on FSU weather.
Good evening, welcome into FSU weather. I'm student meteorologist Riley Winch, and we're starting off the week on a high note here in Tallahassee, at least temperature-wise. Temperatures hit into the mid to upper 70s earlier today, and those 80-degree temperatures are coming, which is some great news if you like to get outside, not have to wear a coat, maybe even bring out some pool weather if you ask me. It'll be a good time to start getting that taste of what summer will be. So we're finally getting to the final stretches of winter here in the south. We're going to continue to see the temperatures get warmer, and it's a good time of year, and this week will be a reminder of that as well. One thing we don't have much of right now in our area is rain or anything like precipitation, and we'll get more with that with Allie-Ann at the wall.
Yes, thank you, Riley. We are pretty clear here in Tallahassee and in the Big Bend region. So we have a nice view over Doak Campbell Stadium right now with some clouds rolling through. Those continue to move. We might have a pretty sunset up there this evening. Right now in Tallahassee, it is a warm 70 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. Then we have a wind coming from the south at 10 miles per hour. So on our radar, we have a lot of convection and rain above us, but we are staying very clear here in the panhandle of Florida. Not seeing any of those showers really hitting us in the Big Bend region, but a little bit of cloud cover here in Tallahassee. That upper level water vapor really shows you where all that rain is north of us, but as we are in Tallahassee, we are pretty muggy, but staying dry for the most of it. So our future radar shows a few clouds moving through our area tonight actually, but we have a few scattered showers to the west of us near Mariana, but those are not going to make it to us tomorrow evening, so we are going to stay dry and clear in the Big Bend tomorrow. Our current temperatures here, we're sitting in the 70s across the tri-state area, reaching 76 here in Valdosta, so pretty warm, but 70s throughout the rest of the region. We are a little cooler down on the coast near Apalachicola, where we do have a lot of sea breeze coming in right now, giving us that cooler temperature. As for the dew points, we are pretty muggy. That dew point is really close to the relative temperature right now, so we're going to see a lot muggier conditions outside. We're pretty high here in Apalachicola, only 5 degrees off from the actual temperature. Those wind speeds, like I was talking about, it's quite brisky outside. I'm not sure if that's the word you'd use, but 10 here in Tallahassee. But as you move to the coast, you can see that south wind really coming up, showing that sea breeze that's coming onshore today or right now. Your marine forecast, it's pretty calm out there right now. Do have some pretty high winds, and the waves are a little choppy, but not the worst conditions to go out on the boat right now. But 76 down in St. Mark's right now with the water temperature around 61. For your day planner, tomorrow is going to be beautiful here in Tallahassee. So on your way to class, really enjoy those temperatures as we're warming and making our way into spring. So we're going to continue to rise from the 60s up into the upper 70s to around 3 p.m. And then for your week ahead, we're going to see those temperatures really pick up and really start to feel like spring here in Tallahassee. So we're going to start in the 70s tomorrow and work our way up to 82 on Wednesday, but stay in the 70s until Friday and then dip into the 70s again on this weekend. But for now, I'm going to let Riley give us a look at the southeast.
Yeah, Aliane, notice in that 7-day forecast, we don't have any rain chances. We're not expecting any rain. Somewhere that is getting in on some rain right now is just to our north. We have some rain, northern portions of Alabama, Georgia, and Mississippi getting in on that wet weather right now. We see it in our temperatures right now. Where they're not getting much sun, but we do have some sunny and warm weather in places like Shreveport into New Orleans, and the Sunshine State sticking up to its name today. Now, here's a look at those dew points. What these dew points tell us is the temperature at which dew will form on surfaces like the grass or the ground. And we're very muggy, especially as we head farther to the west. Places like New Orleans, that 67-degree dew point tells you you're feeling the air outside. And even over the Sunshine State, we're not as moist as we are to our west, but we're still moist enough where we are not feeling too dry outside. It's actually pretty comfortable out there when you have dew point temperatures in the 50s. Those winds are telling a story this evening. They're coming from the Gulf of Mexico, from the south, and that is bringing all this warm southerly air, really helping to juice up the atmosphere. That is bringing some wet weather. And speaking of that wet weather, here it is. From northern Mississippi through portions of northern Georgia, especially Atlanta, picking up on some heavier rain right now. That's associated with this low pressure that is moving towards the east. But notice just along the Gulf Coast, cities like New Orleans, Pensacola, over towards Tallahassee, not seeing anything in terms of wet weather. That is staying just to the north. So it is actually pretty nice weather if you are going to the beach. Maybe those water temperatures are a little cold, but the atmosphere will be just fine for it. Upper level water vapor, we see those higher cloud tops to the north, and that is really bringing that wet weather. A little drier as you head into the Gulf of Mexico, but we are not that dry outside. We have a pretty nice day and warm and not too wet weather along the coast. Today, the greatest chance at seeing those strong storms will be from northeastern portions of Texas all the way up into southern Missouri. That includes Dallas, up towards Little Rock, even to the south of St. Louis is where you could get in on those strongest storms today. For the day tomorrow, that shifts to the east. Memphis, you're in that bullseye for severe storms. This is a 2 out of 5 risk for some severe weather. So while it's not guaranteed, we do have that chance for some strong storms to pop up. If you are in some significant weather, you want to make sure you're taking shelter in those circumstances. We die down for our Wednesday, not seeing the severe weather that we had last week on this time, but we still will have the chance for some spotty storms across this light green shaded area. So that covers much of the south. Now, our dew point temperatures are showing a cold front that is moving through behind the low. This is going to be associated with some of those stronger storms, and we see that drier air work its way to the Gulf Coast line. New Orleans, we're staying moist throughout the next 48 hours, but we see that dry air getting ever so closer. So now a city spotlight, 75 degrees tonight in West Palm Beach, and if we head out there to what we're expecting for the southeast for the day tomorrow, we are seeing that cold front start to move through Arkansas, but look at how warm the temperatures are for the Sunshine State of Florida.
Yep, and now looking at our area cameras in the Tallahassee area and in the Panhandle. Overall, got some nice views throughout the area of the sunset. Got a really nice view of Lake Bradford right now tonight. With our airport delays, though, at Tallahassee International, we are not likely to see any delays. We've got sunny conditions in the area, nice temperatures, overall very nice weather. Comparing that to other areas, Atlanta, we're seeing rain, cooler temperatures, 54 degrees. Denver's seeing some snow, much colder out there. And New York also colder. As far as the Tallahassee area tonight, though, if you want to go stargazing, tonight is a very good night to do that. We have nice clear conditions, 76% full moon tonight. Overall, a nice night to go stargazing. For tomorrow with our dog walk forecast, we're going to have a cool morning tomorrow at 7 a.m. with 59 degrees, but that should warm up fairly quickly into the morning, reaching 72 by 11 a.m. tomorrow, and going to have some nice sunny skies. Tomorrow, Wednesday, if you want to go see FSU softball, again, going to have some nice conditions, nice comfortable temperatures, starting off at 75 at 6 p.m., cooling off a little bit into the evening, but not getting too chilly. With our school week planner, gonna warm up as we move on into the week and start to cool down as we move into the weekend though, but overall continuing the trend of nice, clear, sunny skies, a little bit of clouds by the time we get to Friday, but overall nice conditions. And I'm going to pass things off now to Allie-Ann and Riley on the desk.
So, say you want to be a meteorologist. Do you think it's pretty easy?
It takes a lot of math, believe it or not.
Yeah, so doing what we do, like me and Riley, as we're a student meteorologist, it's not always sunshine and rainbows. There's a lot of math, physics involved with this. We both have minors in math and physics, and it's just these very heavy courses that just go very in depth into the atmosphere.
They do, and it's interesting because while we have the communications aspect, what most of you guys see at home when you see daily meteorologists doing that, there's a lot of meteorologists not only behind the scenes but at public-private sectors like the National Weather Service, working for the government, and they do a lot of different things compared to just your broadcast meteorologists.
So broadcast meteorology, like what we specialize in, we are more focused on giving the weather to the public and trying to explain these weather concepts. While in the classroom, we are focusing on learning these concepts, learning the math, deriving these equations, and seeing how our atmosphere interacts during these conditions.
Yeah, and people that go for additional schooling for things such as masters and for PhDs, they really get into the research. What they do, research meteorologists, they a lot of times are making groundbreaking discoveries. A lot of our professors here at FSU doing just that, helping advance not only the field, but our forecasts to get better as well through these advancements.
So speaking of Florida State meteorology, we have a very great meteorology program here. What would you say your favorite classes you've taken so far here has been?
My favorite class was probably weather analysis and forecasting, just really going in depth into the forecasting and really understanding a lot of what we show you on FSU Weather, our radar imagery and velocity scans when it comes to severe weather. It really helps you break down and understand that so we could better convey that to the public.
I was also going to say weather analysis. That was definitely my favorite. You just really, in that class, I feel like that's the most applicable to what we do as we're learning how fronts move, the vorticity, and how all of the, like the thermal wind balance and how all of that affects to what you're looking at on screen, and so we can convey it and explain it to you better.
At this point, a lot of you probably have absolutely no clue what we're talking about, but what you can do with that is actually take yourselves and come to FSU and get a meteorology degree, because it's well worth it. We get to do a lot of fun things after we get our degree.
Yeah, so meteorology is not just a green screen and, rain. It's actually just a lot more, and you never realize it. So you go ahead.
Yeah, so for that, we're going to head off to the wall with Jessica. And Jessica, we have a closer look to home at our local forecast.
Yeah, it's a really nice sunset tonight over Doak Campbell Stadium. Got some really pretty colors over the area tonight. Overall, just a beautiful sunset. Honestly, almost looks like a painting tonight. Currently, we're looking at 70-degree temperatures in the area with mostly cloudy skies. Still not obscuring the sunset, got a really nice view, but we've got some breezes coming in from the south at about 10 miles per hour. Our radar, right now we've got some rain up in Georgia and Alabama, but not quite reaching down into the Tallahassee area. We can see that we have some clouds in the area, as we mentioned before, with mostly cloudy skies, but not quite reaching down into Tallahassee with our rain today. And with our upper level water vapor, we've got, again, all that water vapor up in Georgia and Alabama, not quite reaching down into Tallahassee though, just got some wisps of clouds going on in the area. Overall, in the Panhandle and southern Georgia, though, we've got 70-degree temperatures in general through a lot of the areas. Bit cooler down in Apalachicola at 66, but a little bit warmer up in Valdosta at 76. And our dew points, a little bit lower than our temperatures, so we have, again, no clouds in the area, no rain necessarily in the area, but not exactly dry weather. So overall, fairly comfortable conditions going on. Got 10-mile-per-hour breeze in Tallahassee moving up from the coast. And with our future radar, again, some clouds this evening, but clearing up as we move into tomorrow to lead to some nice sunny skies tomorrow. Going to be a very pretty, very nice weather tomorrow with clear sunny skies, nice temperatures. With our temperature almanac today, we had a high of 74 and a low of 75, tying our average low, but a much wider range of temperatures, which makes sense with our fairly clear skies today. Not quite as many clouds to insulate that heat into the area, but not quite reaching our record range. Tomorrow, we're going to be starting off with a cool 64 in the morning, but gradually warming up as we move into the day, reaching nice 77-degree temperatures by 3 p.m. and overall a nice sunny day tomorrow in general. With our week ahead, though, we have temperatures warming up as we move into the weekend and then gradually starting to cool down again as we move into the new week, reaching down to 58 degrees on Monday and getting some clouds moving into the area as we move into the new week. Right now, though, I'm going to pass things off to Riley with our national.
Yeah, well, we have a lot more exciting things, Jessica, to talk about nationally. We have some very cold temperatures. Look at that, -7 degrees there in Bismarck, getting in on some wintry precipitation as well. That's a stark contrast to that 84 degrees you're seeing in San Antonio right now. It's a tale of two seasons across the country. Some of them still holding on to winter, but some of us getting way too ready for the summer, and I am definitely one of those down south. And we see that in how moist the atmosphere is as well. You see all this southerly air coming up, making conditions very moist in central parts of the country. And even towards the East Coast, we're getting in on some more muggy weather. I wouldn't call it muggy just yet. Give it a couple months and we'll be there. But as typical, very dry out west. Those really low dew points in the negatives up towards Bismarck and Billings. That just shows you not only how dry it is, but we must have a pretty cold temperature to go along with those dew points. And we do. We have temperatures below zero in many of those locations right now. What we're seeing on our current surface map right now, we have a high pressure to the north of Montana, around North Dakota, Montana. We still have some snow showers slipping along there, but we have a major cold front here that is separating that cold air to the north and that warm, moist air to the south. And along that, we have some wet weather moving into portions of northern Alabama, Atlanta, seeing a lot of rain today. Not the best day to be outside, but it is nice to be out in the Northeast right now. We're actually a little bit mild compared to where we usually are. Upper level water vapor really shows we have those storms in the southeast and a lot of upper level clouds in northern portions of the plains, and that will be associated with some wintry conditions. We actually have some blizzard warnings up in those reds. Those pinks are some winter storm warnings, and a lot of flood alerts as well as we head into the Ohio River Valley. It's a very active map if we're looking at the alerts. Somewhere where it's not very active right now is the Northeast. We see how dry it is. A good day to get outside back home in New York City. Finally a good day to get out and about there. We've been pretty cold along portions of the Northeast and the North in general. Out west, we have some upper altitude snow showers moving through. Along the coast, we're more towards rain in areas like Portland up to Seattle. Not accounting too much accumulation, but we still do have some nonetheless. Desert Southwest, pretty deserty until you head up to portions of Utah into Colorado, getting in on some of those upper level snow showers and then lower level showers. Now, for the state of Texas itself, a little dreary in portions of western Texas. We definitely have some showers moving in areas like Lubbock, and Dallas and Houston staying dry right now, though. That is some good news. And there is the bulk of that rain that we have been talking about this evening. Moving into northern Georgia, the deeper, the warmer the colors, I should say, those reds, oranges, yellows, the heavier the rain, and the darker greens is heavier than the lighter greens. So the bulk of that heavier rain is up in portions of northern Georgia, but Sunshine State staying pretty sunny today. Drought monitor. Very dry out west. Portions of northern Texas also dry. Doing pretty much better along the east coast. But we do have the chance for storms Dallas up to southern portions of Missouri today as it moves into tomorrow. That does move into portions of northern Mississippi, Tennessee, and luckily for our day on Wednesday, really dying down. But tonight, -2 in Minneapolis, some rain moving into Chicago, 16 degrees, and for the day tomorrow, it is going to get warmer in the south, but staying cold in the northern plains. Allie?
Yeah, so the south is really warm right now, and luckily for Florida, we are seeing those spring break conditions that we love. So with about spring break about 3 weeks away, the conditions we have right now are definitely what I'm hoping for whenever I go or get time off next month. So temperatures are in the 70s and 80s across Florida right now, but what's really interesting are these dew points. So our dew points are very close to our relative temperature. That's why the whole map is green right now. So we have very muggy temperatures. That's really actually good for storm development, but luckily we are clear in Florida. As you can see, we do have a little bit of onshore flow near West Palm area and a little bit up north, but clear for the rest of the state. Kind of staying dry. Very fortunate to be out of the system that's more up north right now. So Miami, you do see that onshore flow around West Palm coming over the I-95 corridor, but really scattered showers that aren't developing, so not bringing a lot of rain. So in Miami, we are in the 80s. This is summer weather. This is party weather. So if you are in Miami right now, I would very jealous, and I would love to be going out and on the beach right now. Then we're going to jump up to Tampa, where we're seeing similar conditions, a little bit warmer, in the upper 80s right now in Tampa. So great conditions, sunny skies, and a very low chance of rain, actually none. So great temperatures. And then we're going to go over to Central Florida and look at Orlando. Even warmer than Tampa right now. So if you are in Disney World, it's probably pretty hot. You might need an umbrella for some shade, but great conditions here in Florida. There's our Central Florida radar. You do see that onshore flow near Port St. Lucie, but really nothing that's going to bring us big convective systems with thunderstorms. So we are staying clear throughout Florida. And then moving up to Jacksonville, we have a slight cloud cover, but nothing that's going to hinder your sunshine. You'll still get those rays if you are in Jacksonville right now. So moving up north, we're going to see Jacksonville's also in the 80s right now. We're going to peak at 85 on Wednesday, but warm temperatures here in Florida. Then we're going to move all the way over to Pensacola, where it's a little bit different story. So we're in the low 70s here, and that's a lot to do with that system that's north of us right now, because it's a cold front, so it's bringing that colder air down with it. So our I-10 radar, as I like to call it. So we are staying clear. We do have some cloud cover moving east right now, but everything that's really worrisome is more north of us. So we do have a few showers right here around Mariana area, but still staying pretty dry for the most of it. Our tonight's forecast in Florida. So we're going to peak right here with our lowest temperature at 55 in Tallahassee. So I will need a bundle up because I don't like the cold. 64 in Pensacola. And as we make our way down the peninsula, those temperatures are just going to kind of pick up as it's more southerly, and so those temperatures are warmer. Tonight in Florida, tomorrow we're in the 70s. As you make your way east, you're going to see those temperatures continue to pick up, and as you move south, those temperatures are also going to pick up into the upper 80s. Now I'm going to let Riley give us a last look at Tallahassee with our local.
Yeah, Alian, that is a very nice look at the state of Florida. Anytime you see those reds on the temperature map, I am happy. It gets a little green, it gets a little blue, a little sad. But we do have a very nice sunset over Doak Campbell Stadium this evening. Currently sitting at 70 degrees. What a nice temperature, mostly cloudy. Those winds are coming from a south. That tells us a story. That's some warm southerly air making its way into our region. And that's helping fuel some of those showers you see on the radar to our north in places like southern Georgia and southern Alabama. But for Tallahassee itself, we are in the clear. We are dry and not getting any of that rain, so it's perfect to go outside, enjoy the warm weather, and not have to worry about that raincoat right now. We see that upper level water vapor, some higher cloud tops to our north, those blues just above our graphic here is really where they're getting in on some rain. But right here in the city itself of Tallahassee, we are not seeing that wet weather. That is the main story. And our temperatures are in the 70s across the region. A little cooler along the coast at Apalachicola. Those ocean waters haven't really caught up to our daytime temperatures yet, so that is the reason for that. And a little cooler Bainbridge getting in on some cloudier weather. Not seeing that sunshine that we saw, say, here in Tallahassee earlier today. Dew point temperatures tell us we are feeling comfortable outside, a little bit more moist towards the coast due to that ocean influence. But here in Tallahassee itself, anytime you see dew point temperatures in the 50s, you are on a winning trend. That is what we are here in Tallahassee itself. And that future radar, we actually clear out some of that cloud cover. Some of those showers stay to our west. But we are not expecting any rain over the next 24 hours. It should be another nice day in Tallahassee tomorrow. And if you're heading out to the beach, heading out to the ocean, 76 degrees is what we're expecting for our day tomorrow. Those winds will be 15 miles per hour from the southeast, so we're getting some more southerly influence warming up our temperatures. It'll feel cold if you go on a boat though. 63 degrees, that ocean temperature is really what you're going to feel. Even just on the boat, you get that wind, and you know what I mean this time of year in the spring. It's not that comfortable of a ride. Now, 9 a.m. we'll wake up 64 degrees. That is a good time to walk your dog if you're into that. Or noontime, 75 degrees, one of the best temperatures you can get, unless you're looking for the pool. That might be more of a 3 o'clock time frame for you there. Heading into that week ahead, we are dry, staying dry, hitting the 80s by our Wednesday and staying in the 80s until the weekend. We'll see, unfortunately, those temperatures cool back down all the way down to 58 degrees by early next week. So Allie-Ann, Jessica, that is not what you want to see if you're looking forward towards summer, but we've got some nice warm days ahead.
Yeah, so looking ahead into our week, we have some excellent conditions right now. I know Riley was saying today it was beautiful, but I actually wouldn't have known because I was inside all studying all day. But since I got that test out the way, I'm really hoping tomorrow I can enjoy this weather that's on the way.
Yeah, I have a day off tomorrow too, so it should be nice conditions tomorrow. Hoping to get outside a little bit and enjoy the nice weather that we've got coming on tomorrow.
Yeah, so fortunately we aren't getting any rain from that system that's north of us, from that low pressure, just bringing lots of rain and potentially severe conditions in Georgia and Alabama right now. So really just staying clear. So you have any plans for this clear weather?
Not necessarily, but I'm hoping to find something nice to do outside. Just maybe go out, hang out on Landis Green, something like that on campus.
So we are going to see these temperatures and this clear weather persist throughout the week. So we are very fortunate. We might have some high pressure in the Gulf kind of clearing us out, but we are pretty muggy actually. Our dew points and our actual temperatures are pretty close. Not too bad where it's like just sweltering outside, but those dew points is kind of scary. I feel like we might get some rain later.
Yeah, might have some chances of rain, but at least it's not super humid outside and also not super dry, sort of in that nice middle range.
Yeah, so, I mean, granted, we try to predict the weather, but go ahead and give us a follow on Twitter at FSU Weather.
And go ahead and like us on Facebook at facebook.com/FSU Weather.
And then if you're watching us now, you know we're on YouTube, but we live stream every day of the week at FSU Weather.
And follow us on Instagram at FSUweather.com. Share some photos with us. Send some nice sunset photos. If you got any nice photos tonight of the sunset, it was very pretty out tonight.
Yeah, even those great conditions we're going to have ahead of us. That'd be great to see. But as for now, I am student meteorologist Allie McCord.
And I'm student meteorologist Jessica Howell.
Have a good evening.